Okay, so whenever the market is flying, soaring, making new highs, I always see people nervous, afraid, saying that the market is too stretched right now, and that is not a good moment for stocks. However, whenever the market is falling, crashing, as it did in April this year, I also see a lot of fearful people saying that it's going to fall even further, and that is not a good moment for stocks, right? So that's the work of people who don't know how to trade strategically. There are many lost people out there, but not here, not in this channel, the Finance Hydra channel. So let's analyze the market from a pragmatic point of view with the aim of formulating intelligent strategies so that you can trade and invest calmly, wisely. My name is Nathan. Welcome to another daily study here in the Finance Hydra channel. And yes, we see the SPY ETF in a very delicate position because this is just another sideways correction, right? We see the SPY losing momentum, approaching the ascending 21-day EMA. So, okay, classic sideways correction. But what's the catch? Because as far as I know, when we analyze the 1 hour chart, we see what seems to be an ascending triangle chart pattern, right? We see ascending bottoms, ascending. This trend line is an ascending support line, while we see a clear resistance level near the all-time high area around 626. Okay, so we have a major resistance level and a major support level, which is ascending. That's a classic ascending triangle, maybe even a pennant chart pattern, right? Either way, we see a bullish chart structure. In this case, an upwards breakout is more likely, occurs more often than not. However, that's not a rule, okay? If we see either way, if we see the SPY losing the 622, losing this purple trend line, leaving the 21-hour EMA above the price, we are going to see a major reversal on the 1 hour chart, suggesting a pullback on the daily chart, reversal on the short term, pullback on the medium term. So if we see, as long as we see the SPY, the QQQ above their short-term support levels, okay, no serious pullback is going to happen. However, it is always critical for us to maintain a certain level of skepticism over here and watch this support level very closely. If you ask me, 622 is the most dangerous inflection point for the SPY short and medium term wise, because only then we may see a sharper pullback on the daily chart. And again, why? Because in this case, we are going to trigger this ascending triangle downwards. We are going to lose a previous support level, which was a previous top level over here on July 8th. And of course, we are going to make a lower high, lower low, a classic bearish reversal chart pattern on the 1 hour chart. So yes, 622, that's the key inflection point for you. As long as you stay above it, great, fantastic. The bullish bias will probably persist, and we could easily see an upwards breakout of this ascending triangle on the 1 hour chart, okay, making new highs. However, again, it is always important for us to maintain a realistic view, understanding that yes, the market could correct from here. Although there is no signal, although there is no clear reversal reaction on the 1 hour chart yet, we could see a pullback, all right? So let's just keep our eyes open around the 622 support level on the 1 hour chart. Similarly, we see the QQQ above 549, which is a very important inflection point over here, right? A possible trigger point of a multiple top chart pattern over here, right? Either way, we also see the possibility of an ascending triangle on the 1 hour chart. If we see an upwards breakout of the 557, fantastic, more bullish continuation for us. If we see the QQQ losing the 554, losing this ascending trend line over here, okay, a sharper pullback to the 549 will probably happen over the next few days, okay? So right now, these are the key points for us to watch. 554, 557, it all depends on the direction of the next breakout. So yes, right now we see the indices, we see the SPY, the QQQ, trading between their most dangerous inflection points, all right? Only a breakout could bring something new, either more bullish continuation or a short-term reversal triggering a medium-term pullback. Now, if you ask me, Nathan, what do you want to see happening next? I would love to see a pullback. Okay, a pullback to the 613, to the 21-day EMA again. That would be a very, very healthy pullback, and such pullback would just create more buying opportunities because we are still bullish medium term wise. On the daily chart over here, we still see a sequence of higher highs, higher lows, right? We don't see lower highs, lower lows. So yes, classic uptrend. As long as we see the SPY above the 21-day EMA, above the 613, any pullback must be considered just as another buying opportunity, okay? Because we are still bullish on the medium term, okay? But Nathan, what if we lose this double support level on the SPY? What if we lose the 21-day EMA on the QQQ as well? What if these support levels don't hold the ETF's prices over here? Well, then we may see, and only then, we may see a sharper correction ahead, okay? Maybe to the 521 on the QQQ or to the 595 on the SPY ETF, okay? Only then we may see a more serious, a relatively dangerous situation for the SPY and the QQQ. Okay, for now, if you ask me, the situation is still under control. We are still between very important inflection points. We do not see a clear breakout yet. So, all right, so far, so good. Let's wait for a clear breakout so we can react properly to what we see. Real trading is reactive. It is not predictive. We don't know the direction of the next breakout. We don't need to know in order to trade well, in order to be consistently profitable traders. Okay, so the future does not exist. It is useless trying to predict it. So let's just focus on the inflection points over here. It all depends on the direction of the next breakout. And this tells a lot about Nvidia, Tesla, Palantir, etc. Our stocks are performing very well. We see Nvidia making a harmless pullback to the 21-hour EMA area, which is working as a very nice support level for Nvidia. Now, on the daily chart, we see that last Friday, we see a possible shooting star candle pattern, okay? Shooting star candle pattern, a statistically reliable bearish reversal candle pattern that does reverse the trend more often than not, I believe roughly 60% of the time, right? But this pattern, this candle pattern wasn't triggered yet. Maybe it never will, okay? We gotta close below Friday's low in order to trigger a serious top signal suggesting a decent pullback to the 21-day EMA again, which is also very close to the 152. What's more, on the 1-hour chart, see, there is a pullback, all right? Yes, there is, but there is also a very small bounce over here, right? If we lose the previous support level, we are gonna see a lower high, lower low. So far, we only saw higher highs, higher lows, right? Nvidia is maintaining the uptrend over here, but by making a clear lower high, lower low on the 1 hour chart, that could be the excuse. Nvidia needs to trigger this top signal on the daily chart, reinforcing the thesis of a pullback on the daily chart back to the 21-day EMA area near the 152. So these are our next support levels. Will Nvidia correct to these support levels? I don't know. We gotta see again, first, a clear bearish pivot point, losing the 163 and losing yesterday's low as well. Yesterday, I'm so sorry. Yesterday was Sunday. Friday's low as well. Okay, by losing these two key points, then okay, the checklist is complete. Then a pullback is quite likely. Let's see how Nvidia will perform from here. Okay, but guys, for now, as of today, we still see Nvidia maintaining its price above our support levels, not making any clear reversal yet. So the situation is still under control. What if we see a pullback? Okay, possibly another buying opportunity near the 21-day EMA, near the 152. No reason to panic, guys. You only panic if you don't know what you are doing. If you have no strategy, because in this case, you are totally right in panicking because you have no control of the situation. Of course, we can't control the market, but we can control our positions, we can control our trades, we can control our risk management. All right, these are things we can control. So let's focus on these things. All right, let's not focus on what could happen tomorrow. Okay, because we don't know, we can't possibly tell. So let's always work strategically, designing intelligent strategies with the goal of maximizing profits while mitigating losses. That's how we do every single day over here. And guys, I have to be transparent. I'm always transparent. I'm always honest with you guys. So here's an invitation for you to come and trade with me and join our 5% project community. Our members receive my signals and trading strategies firsthand with an entire trading plan designed to help you trade professionally, following a sublime method of risk management. Okay, sublime method. There we help hundreds of traders make money every single day, and you can join our group. It's totally free to test. Okay, free to test, free trial for 7 days. You don't pay anything to get to know our work. And then if you only stay with us if you can extract something of value, okay? If we can help you, all right, then you can stay with us for real, all right? Either way, you can benefit a lot just from knowing how we work. Yes, we are extremely confident in our method, so make no excuses and come and see the 5% project. Link in this video's description right here. Come and trade with me. Let's trade professionally together. All right, so guys, only if you don't know what you are doing, only if you have no strategy, you will feel anxiety, fear, stress in this market. Once you know the answer for all the questions, right? Okay, should I buy? Should I trade? If yes, where is my target? Where is my stop loss? What's the beat of my stock? What the SPY, QQQ are doing right now? If you have the answer for all these questions, you will never feel fear in this market. You'll never feel afraid of the future, okay? It's totally impossible, right? Only by trading strategically, okay? So that's what I always try to teach you guys over here in this channel as well. Always focus on understanding what you are doing, because we are not here to play. Okay, we are not here to gamble, all right? We are here to make money consistently using good strategies. So, to answer the question, is Nvidia a good buy right now? No, not right now, because we are far away from support level. The risk reward relationship is not good for me. At least, all right? It is not good for me. Maybe it is for you, but it is not for me. Tesla, this one stabilizing near the 21-day EMA. Okay, fantastic. That's a good signal. However, if Tesla closes below today's low tomorrow or in the next few days, we could see a top signal below this resistance level. In this case, Tesla will continue the bearish momentum over here, all right? Possibly to retest the 271 again, okay? But as long as we see Tesla above today's low, above the 313, above this 21-day EMA, great. The bullish bias would still be intact, at least on the 1-hour chart, okay? Because yes, on the 1-hour chart, we are bullish. We are above the 21-hour EMA, so that's great, right? So let's see if Tesla can maintain this bullish bias short-term wise without triggering a top signal on the daily chart medium-term wise, okay? So let's focus on these key support levels for now. If Tesla holds above these key points, great. 335 our next technical resistance level. And we see AMD making a phenomenal movement today. I was live, all right? I was making a live stream with the members of the 5% project, by the way. And and this morning, Nvidia was actually collapsing, right? Collapsing over here. However, apparently, this 21-hour EMA, the 144 support level, they are holding AMD's price. And right now, we see another bullish reaction, okay? Are we free from danger? Not yet. It is critical to see AMD breaking the previous resistance level around 147 in order to trigger another bullish pivot point, another higher high, higher low. If we fail in doing so and see a clear top signal below this area, closing below the 144 again, all right, we're gonna see a possible pullback to the 21-day EMA area near the 130s down here. And this is going to be our critical support level, because if AMD misses these key points, we could see a double top chart pattern getting triggered. Okay, so we gotta pay attention on these key inflection points for now. But if you ask me, AMD looks phenomenal, all right? AMD is still maintaining the bullish bias on the 1-hour chart. We do not see a top signal on the daily chart. So, okay, although we are not free, we are not completely danger free in this position. Well, we still have a good bullish chart pattern over here, okay? So I'm still optimistic on AMD. I am very happy for you if you have AMD as well. But right now, if you ask me, it is not a good buying opportunity, because again, we are far away from support levels. A very good buying opportunity was here, right? Near this 21-day EMA, or maybe here, or here, right? When we bought AMD for the first time, by the way, on our 5% project, I gave you guys the signal on our Telegram channel, okay? So buy near support levels, buy near the 21-day EMA, not far away, not near resistance levels, okay? According to my style, that's how I like to do things over here. And we see Palantir near our target. Our target is the 150, okay? Because, well, it is the size of this rectangle. Because we do see a rectangle over here, right? Projected in the direction of the breakout. So we see the 150 area as our next technical target. We are very, very close right now, right? Let me take a look. Today's high was 149.57. That's phenomenal. We are less than 50 cents away from our target, so phenomenal. Palantir looks phenomenal. It is going according to our plan, okay? So there is absolutely no reason to concern about it. I see Palantir still very bullish. No top signal, no bearish reaction is going on right here, right now. And we see Robinhood, this ridiculously, that's a very hard word to pronounce, excuse me, a ridiculously evil company. By the way, I hate this company. They literally use their clients, which are technically their products, to essentially give money to the smart money, to give a name over here to the Citadel. Okay, so I hate this company. This company is extremely evil. This company is only allowed to exist in a place where people have low financial literacy, like in the United States of America. All right, so I really hate this company. However, for trading purposes, it is phenomenal. Okay, I really like how Robinhood behaves over here. Its chart is simply perfect. Now, ascending trend, right? We see this chart going up, making higher highs, higher lows above the 21-day EMA. Fantastic. Now, we see a possible top signal, okay? Not triggered yet. A possible top signal. If Robinhood loses today's low, closing below it tomorrow or maybe in the next couple of days, I see a double top over here, okay? A possible double top suggesting a sharper correction back to this 21-day EMA. All right, then and only then, maybe Robinhood will be a buy again, okay? Maybe then it will be a buy again, but for now, we see a possible top signal below a resistance level, okay? Only a meaningful breakout of the $100 could bring something new, could bring another rally on Robinhood. For now, clearly, the 100s is a very dangerous inflection point. It is a psychological key point, right? $100, okay? It is a round number. The market has a thing for round numbers, so we gotta be very careful, okay, in this area. A pullback is plausible, even desirable, because only then we may see a new opportunity. But for now, let's watch this resistance level very closely. Any top signal over here could trigger another pullback, not reversal, but pullback to our next support level, okay? On this crazy evil company. Now, we have Google. I really like Google. Google is the kind of company that I like. Now, I see Google breaking this resistance level, right? I told you guys, I think last week, right? I don't remember when I analyzed Google. When was our last my public Google analysis over here? But I see a clear resistance level over here, and right now Google is breaking it, making a bullish pivot point. In this case, what's Google's next technical target? Well, is this ascending line, is the resistance line of this ascending channel, okay? So that's where I see Google next. We have plenty of upside over here. It is performing very well. It is going to report earnings in 15 days, so pay attention to this, okay? So the volatility will certainly increase after earnings, but as long as we see Google above the 181 resistance level, okay, the bullish bias will most likely persist. If we see Google losing this 181, losing the 21-hour EMA, making lower high, lower lows on the 1-hour chart, okay, reversal on the 1-hour chart, meaning pullback on the daily chart, possibly to the 21-day EMA or maybe even to the $173 area down here, okay? But for now, guys, we are maintaining the bullish bias. Just pay attention to this key point over here. It is very nice to see Google breaking this resistance level, and right now I see Google retesting this ascending channel's resistance level, okay? But let's be aware of any possible top signal over here and on the SPY and the QQQ as well, okay? Because guys, it all depends on the direction of the next breakout. If we see the SPY, if we see the QQQ losing their support levels, the support levels that I told you guys today in this video, probably, we are gonna see a sharper correction on the stocks we are analyzing over here, like Nvidia, AMD, Robinhood, Palantir, etc. But for now, we gotta watch out for these support levels, okay? Of course, I will be here every single day to keep you guys updated on many stocks, SPY, QQQ, Tesla, Nvidia, etc. So subscribe and click the like button to support me as well, because here you'll find daily, unbiased analysis of the market, always with a focus of designing good strategies to help you to trade better. Okay, so if you are still watching this video, seriously, subscribe and click the like button because this video is over. Thank you so much for your audience, my dear friends. Stay safe. Bye-bye.